Welcome. In this video, we're going to be talking about rolling uh, two die. And remember, a dice has six sides and they go from 1 to 6. And one of the questions that you have on the quiz and the test that you'll be taking is you have to figure the sample space of a set of dice. Two die, not one. So the idea is this: we have one dice, we have two dice, and what we're going to do is we're going to put the first die down with a 1 rolling showing up. So it rolled a 1. And then we're going to rotate the second dice. So first dice will all be 1, and then the second dice will roll a 2, 1 and 2, and then a 3. Then we roll a 4. First dice is still a 1, and we get a 5. First dice is still a 1, and then we get a 6. So all possibilities for that first roll, there's 6 possibilities. Now the same pattern goes with the next one. We roll a 2 first. We're going to keep that first die at a 2, and then we're going to roll the second dice. So you'll see I get a 2, 1, which would be a 3, 2, 2 is a 4, 2, 3 is a 5, a 2 and a 4 will be a 6, a 2 and a 5 will be a 7, and then a 2 and a 6 will be an 8. So that is 6 possibilities with that die. Now you can keep that pattern all the way down as you fill out your sample space, and you have to fill it out all the way, and we'll do that in just a second. But do you see the idea? If I go all the way down here, I'll have a 3, hold the 4, the first dice is a 5, the last die is a 6, and I hold that first die, and then I rotate the second around as I get those other sides. So you see a double 6 would give me the 12. So there's always 6 possibilities. So if I have 6 sides and 6 sides, the total sample space for a set of dice will be 36. And that's how you figure the sample space for a set of dice. Okay, in this next part, you can see that I've got my sample space all the way figured out, and we're going to calculate the probability of finding a 5. Well, a 5 can be given by a 4 and a 1, so I'm going to square that one. I also can get a 5 with a 3 and a 2, and I also can get a 5 with a 2 and a 3, and then I also can get a 5 with a 1 and a 4. So if you count those possible ways of rolling a 5, there are 4 ways to roll a 5. And in the previous part of this video, we know there's 36 possible ways. So using simple probability, I take the probability of getting a 5 would be 4 out of 36. I pull up my calculator, divide 4 by 36, and you can see the probability is 0.111 out to 3 decimal places. Okay, pretty simple, right? Now let's look at the probability of getting, let's see here, let's choose something here. Let's see, what's the probability of getting a 12? Rolling a double sixes. Okay, so how many ways is there to get a double six? The 12? There's only one way. That's it, there's only one way. So I take 1 divided by 36, 1 divided by 36 in my calculator, and I get 0.027. I'll round that up to 0.028, 28 thousandths. And so that's the probability of getting doubles. Okay, let's find the probability. Suppose we want to see how, let's see, let's pick a number here. Oh, let's see if we can, how many times we can roll a 7. So I can see 6 plus 1 is a 7, so let's count those up. There's one way, a 5 and a 2, 2 ways, 4 and a 3, and then it goes back the other way, a 3 and a 4, a 2 and a 5, and a 6 and a 1. Let's count up those different ways. It looks like there's 6 ways. There's 6 ways to roll a 7 to get me a 7. So 6 divided by 36, done on my calculator. 6 divided by 36 is 0.167, so 0.167. So that is how you figure the probability of dice.